saw you crack a smile, Steve, when I said anus.
I would never.
Welcome to another episode of Best of Five. Welcome. A lot has changed, and a lot is still the same. Things that are still the same is I'm Elon. Hello. And this is Steve.
Ahoy hoy.
Tonight on the show, we're going to talk...
I feel like that was a bit of a missed opportunity for something. I'm not quite sure what.
I'll be honest, Steve. I know you said something. My brain did not register what you said.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not sure if what I have to say is worth registering.
It is. Maybe not what you just said, but a lot of other stuff is. Anywho, tonight on the show, we're going to talk about a weekend recap. We're going to talk about DNF Duel. It's out next week. It's before our show, right? It comes out on Wednesday, I think. Tuesday. Capcom Fighting Collection is coming out tomorrow. Unless you got the creator privilege, then you get to play it like a month ago. Or if you got the New York, LA privilege as well. We're going to talk about CEO. We're going to make some pizza bets. We're going to talk about Vortex Gallery and like the 60 billion games they're running. And we're going to have to talk about the NFTs. Steve.
We are. We've avoided it for so long.
Yeah. Best of Five is launching NFT. I'm kidding. I don't think I would ever do something like that.
Like I don't know if I would even sell my schedules as NFTs.
Well, yeah.
But like, I don't know who would buy them. That marketplace is like one person.
Yeah, I just think it's so funny that we've lived through the creation of the internet, the shift from the creation of the internet to everybody gets every information ever and everything is accessible, to now you have to pay for stuff for digital things, specifically digital art and stuff. Anyhoozle, here's the sitch. Why is there chaotic good vibes put pineapples on pizza and I feel attacked? I don't think I can keep the show going. No, anywho. I need you to win the pizza bet. Oh, boy.
Which you are you talking to?
Me, I think. Right?
I feel like I need to score a victory.
Yeah, well, I still owe you a pizza anyway. Now, here's the sitch, Steve. Before we even get started, I have a couple of things I need to get off my chest here. First, if you go to the Epic Game Store and use the code BestofVShow, you're going to be helping out the show quite a bit. So please go do that. The other thing is, if you got Twitch Prime, might as well use it here, because you're going to forget about it. So go ahead and give us that Amazon Prime subscription. You get one for free. You just click the subscribe button, and then you click subscribe for free, and then you can use it here. And if you have Amazon Prime, you also get access to a ton of games that they announced today, including a couple of fighting games, such as KOF 2000, KOF 2002, Fatal Fury Special, and, Steve, Samurai Showdown 2.
Ooh.
And Metal Slug 2, which is a pretty good one. I'm a fan of Metal Slug 2. I like 3 better, though. All right. With all this said, Steve, I believe it is time. Is it time?
It may be time.
All right. Let's get to it. Say the thing.
Steve, hit us with that recap. So we had a couple of Street Fighter finales this past weekend. The more high-profile one was happening in Japan. The final stage of the Topanga Championship. This was a round-robin competition. People played through a few stages of qualifiers to get here, and it all came down to Fudo and Takedo. They were mowing down everybody, and they were the last two to play. Each set is normally first to 7, but you have to win by 2. if you don't have a winner, don't have someone up by 2 when you get to 9 all, then it's winner take all. And that's how it ended up. Fudo down to the last game, edging Tokido for the title, walking away with a 2.5 million yen first prize. Tokido taking home $1 million for second place. Gachiku rounding out the podium there. The other event, a little less of an international spotlight, but still a whole lot of passion. It was the Jazzy finale. This is the championship event of the community-run Jazzy Circuit, the Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Circuit. And it was Issei, the player from Japan who's living in the U.S., getting the job done, knocking off Dr. Steelhammer to take the title and half of that $7,000 community-funded pot. All community-funded, by the way. Ooh. So they were blowing up on Match Arena this weekend. Wakey and Nika KO rounding out the top 4. And that's it for the recap.
Oh, I wasn't ready. Here we go. And a fade out.
By the way, happy 623 day.
Yep, happy 623.
Yeah, happy Shoryuken Day.
Happy Shoryuken Day. For those of you that don't know, 623 is the number notation for a Shoryuken.
I hope that you and everyone watching feels invincible from wake up to recovery today.
And no punishes. No whiffs either. No blocks.
Look, everything is safe on whiff if you believe it.
Yeah, if you hit the button hard enough. All right. Let's get into our topics here, Steve, because also, by the way, this is the new this is how I'm switching the show from now on. It's a thing on my hand. It's a keyboard. See, look at this. I hit this top button and then the bottom button, and it switches the topics. It's crazy. Now, Steve, we got some cool stuff coming down the line. Let's start with what's coming the soonest, shall we? And that is the Capcom Fighting Collection. For those of you that remember, the Capcom Fighting Collection is... Oh, there it is. The Capcom Fighting Collection is basically the entire collection of every VSAV and Darkstalkers game ever created. Also, Red Earth, which has never been available here in the West by legal means. And Cyberbots, which is a badass game that I've never really played but love watching, and I'm hoping to play. And Pocket Fighter. And Super Street Fighter 2. Or Super Puzzle Fighter 2, rather, is what I meant to say. And Hyper Fighting. Hyper Fighting. You know the one where you can choose your... It's basically like Edition Select Street Fighter 2. It's amazing. Can't wait. Steve, there's a lot of games. Everybody's excited for it. I'm excited for it. I'm even going to try streaming some of it either tomorrow or Saturday here on this very channel. So we'll see what happens with that. I polled some of our friends, Steve.
Friends?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
I went around and I asked anyone and everyone that would answer and had their DMs open on Twitter what they thought about the fighting game collection and what their favorite or like what the game that they are going to play the most or slash first, like what they're most interested in. So let's see some of these answers, shall we? First, this is Javi. Javi, after me asking like what is one game you're looking forward to above all others, and he says maybe Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. People were always bragging who's best at that game. Maybe it could even become a side event at FGC tourneys. Now, wouldn't that be something? And honestly, Super Fighter 2 Turbo, or Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, is one of my favorites as well, and I can't wait to get in there and just body everybody. See me in Puzzle Fighter 2. Next, the Bestaban, which we're going to talk about him later too. The Bestaban, Esteban Martinez. He's the documentary god of the FGC. You can go check out his CEO documentary. We're going to talk about that in just a sec. He says,
the man behind Hold Back to Block.
Yeah. And he says, I love playing Vampire Savior, so I'll be going hard on that one. I still play competitively, and the community is great, so I'm hoping the collection leads to many new faces picking the game up. I agree. Vampire Savior is one of those games that I always loved watching, but never got a chance to play. So I think this is going to be it, Steve. I'm going to turn into a Vampire Savior player.
It's a really good jumping off point in terms of accessibility. I got my hands on this when I was at Combo Breaker, and the ports feel really good. It feels very accurate. The big question coming into this weekend was, how's the online play? How's the netcode? Everything I've heard so far from those who have gotten a chance to play it has been very, very positive about cross-country play. It feels smooth. Obviously, that could change once everybody's playing.
Yeah.
But hopefully the reports we've received so far hold up.
For sure. No, and that honestly, that's something that that a lot of people who answered stated as well. Is they did confirm rollback, and for the people who did get the early access, they're saying it's pretty good. Speaking of people who mentioned rollback netcode, let's go over to this guy. There's Alex Valle, no longer Uncle Valle, now Papa Valle. He says, I'm super excited about the collection because they're highlighting some of my favorite Capcom titles, such as Puzzle Fighter, bringing Hyper Street Fighter 2 to modern consoles, Darkstalker's full catalog, and Gem Fighter. The other titles I didn't get a chance to play, but what I'm curious about is Red Earth and Cyberbots. Also hearing great things about the netcode, and it has spectator mode so you can host online tournaments and stream. These are games from my early days and outside fighting games. Puzzle Fighter was my go-to favorite to play. Puzzle fighting, getting a modern port in online multiplayer is huge. And I could not agree more. Like I said, I think I might be spending most of my time playing Puzzle Fighter and Pocket Fighter. Because those two are A-OK. Better than A-OK.
How much better than A-OK?
Much better than A-OK. Next, well, I'm not done. I think I have two or three more.
Okay.
Next, don't be fooled by the profile picture. I think this one's very funny. I reached out to Justin Wong. He has the profile picture.
No.
For those of you that don't know, Matt, the street writer, posted a deck that someone who wants to work with Capcom sent them, and that's the picture that they had labeled as Justin Wong, and that is not Justin Wong, that is Goichi. Oh boy, so that's Justin's profile picture now, and it made me laugh.
Who was it that they they had Sonic Fox, they had Justin, and they had one other person on there who they got wrong. They got Sonic Fox right.
No, they didn't. They had, I think it was in. Who's the person that it's immediately under?
Oh no, it was
it
was Sonic Fox they got wrong. It was Daigo who they got right.
Yeah, Daigo was the only one they got right, and they showed Infectious, I think, as Sonic Fox.
Yes, that's what it was.
Good times. Good times. Anyway, Justin, when I asked him about the upcoming collection, he said, I am more excited for Pocket Fighters, my man. Just because it's a game I grew up, and I am like, oh my god, so much love was put in this game, and I am not sure if there is tech, but I would love to see if there really is tech where things are broken, and of course, online rollback for this game. Please, let's see it all. Justin, man after my own heart. I'm probably gonna run into him and get bodied by Justin a lot in Pocket Fighter. But Pocket Fighter is so fun, dude. I was watching Maximilian play that yesterday. I can't wait. And sorry about that. Last but not least, Steve. I reached out to Jimmy Nguyen. He is the co-founder of Level Up alongside Valle, and he was nice enough to answer. After I asked him about the Capcom Fighting Collection, he said, it's a good collection of games. I don't have a particular one I'm looking forward to, but if I had to choose one, it's Hyper Street Fighter 2. When this game first came out back then, it was pretty mind-blowing. Of course, my first experience with it was the PlayStation 2 port. I never had the chance to play the arcade version until a local arcade imported it. Now, it's nice to have it as part of a collection. It's still emulated, but it would be good. It would be a good addition for events as well as times when I don't want to bust out the real arcade hardware. And yeah, and I think much to his point, like giving people the accessibility or like the access to play these games, I think is something that's very important and something I'm looking forward to. Right, like for example, Red Earth, that Vi mentioned. I don't think we've ever been able to play it in the West until now. And that game is like super weird and super interesting. I can't wait to try it. Same thing with Cyberbots. The fact that Pocket Fighter now has a training mode and online play is crazy. Super Street Fighter or Super Puzzle Fighter. I keep wanting to say Super Street Fighter. Super Puzzle Fighter 2. I can't wait. Like everybody's just gonna like Javi was saying. Like everybody says, "Oh, you'll never beat me in Puzzle Fighter." Now it's time to put up or shut up. See me in ranked. But yeah, that is those are the people that I asked, and they were nice enough to answer. So thanks to everybody who answered, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get more quotes like that in the future. Now, Steve, the other game that's coming out before our show next week, on Tuesday, is DNF Duel.
That's like both of these games I've been looking forward to. Obviously my circumstances have changed a bit since it was first announced, so I don't know how much time I'm going to be able to actually put into it. But DNF Duel is a game that I really, really enjoyed from when I first was able to get my hands on it. And, the roster is not necessarily not massive. I hate saying that because, we're comparing a game at launch to games that have, multiple seasons of DLC behind them. But we knew it was going to launch with 16 characters. 15 of them had been revealed. We finally got the official look at the last character.
Shall we have our look at the character?
I think we should.
Here it is. The character design in this game is so interesting.
Yeah. That swap. Oh my goodness. This character looks like he's going to be able to do some nasty stuff.
Did he just take his soul? Is he Shang Tsung?
He is the boss.
Oh.
He is the boss of the story mode. There are screenshots going around saying, showing him basically blacked out, saying you cannot play him until you clear story mode. So that may be an issue for TOs.
Yeah.
And those companies like Gaming Generations who have to maintain consoles for tournaments.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. Godspeed to them. It's like what I forget exactly what tournament this was, but I remember Houston Jan was a Shuma Gorath player in Marvel. And the console, and since Marvel 3 wasn't on the PlayStation or on the Xbox or PlayStation store, the console that was on the stream didn't have the Shuma Gorath in it, so they had to bring another system into the stream setup so that he could play.
I think that's happened at more than one tournament.
Could be. Also, man, Tap in the chat says he's looking forward to getting CFC, and he's looking forward to trying out VSAV. Tap, thanks for it. I'm sorry I didn't ask the chat. I probably should have asked the chat, huh, Steve?
It's not too late.
Chat, let me know what you guys are playing. What?
Yeah, let me ask you this. If you have to get one of these games, if you can only get one of these games, let me put it that way, which one are you more excited for? Personally, I'm leaning slightly towards DNF Duel.
Oh, between DNF Duel and the Capcom Fighting Collection.
And see if yeah.
Also, Squidly was asking if the Shumagorath console thing was before everything got delisted. No, it was immediately after. Like right after it got delisted, everybody was still going on Xbox 360s, and they were just buying the disc, so they weren't able to get the actual DLC. But that's difficult, Steve. My gut says get the Fighting Collection, and here's why. I still haven't played DNF Duel, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. I'm crazy to try out Red Earth. I love Puzzle Fighter. I love Pocket Fighter. I can't wait to play Pocket Fighter online and see like the two people who have been grinding Pocket Fighter.
It's your time to shine.
They've been waiting their entire lives. Yeah, and like DNF Duel is a bit of a risk for me personally. So yeah, we'll see. But I think my gut is definitely the collection.
See, there's a whole lot. There are worse weeks for fighting game launches.
True.
I'll say this right now, because if you've got this may be a TO's dream, honestly, for CFC, because you've got obviously a lot of VSAV, a lot of Super Turbo. You're bringing in original hardware or hardware that is as close to original as possible, with the ability to run modern arcade sticks with it. But this is a nice alternative for just having one disc to have a few different games at your disposal. So
very true.
That's very nice. I'm still leaning towards DNF Duel personally.
Well, you've played it before. What do you like? What do you like about it?
I like the feeling of it. It just, everything feels intentional. Like, you're not going to be able to throw out 75 moves and hope one of them hits. You have to be thoughtful about how you approach. And obviously that's, that was day negative 84.
Yeah.
So that could change. But I like those kinds of games. I like more, not necessarily slower, but more deliberate fighters.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I will say, though, you have quite a few people who are waiting to get their hands on that game. And there's quite a few people who do not have that issue. Some mom and pop game stores,
the best game stores,
the best ones, broke street dates. So
yeah,
it's out there in the wild in some places. I will say, Neopol is pretty aggressive, or it has been in the past at least, in terms of people streaming certain content before the game launches.
Yeah.
So be wary. If you are one of those people who are blessed to get the game early, be very wary.
Hide your curtains.
Hide your curtains.
Now, but before we move on, some people did answer in the chat if they were stuck on an island and they could only take one, Capcom Fighting Collection or DNF Duel. 29th Guardian says, if I only got one, even with playing/running Fightcade stuff, I'd still get the Capcom Fighting Collection because it'll be good for a portable old man game setup. No lie there. And Tap2GG says, probably Capcom Fighting Collection for me. Don't know how much mileage I'm getting from games like DNF Duel. Not great netcode and not much single-player content. I wouldn't know about that as far as like the netcode or single-player content. It's Arxis, right? Arxis is making it? DNF Duel?
Yeah, it is an Arxis game. They're developing it in conjunction with Neopol.
Gotcha.
The company behind DNF Duel.
And Aiding, right? Aiding is in there. Are doing some stuff?
I believe so. I don't remember off the top of my head,
Wait, let's watch this trailer again.
but I'm pretty sure yes.
'Cause
Yes, it is.
Wait for
Yep,
it.
Aiding and Nexon. Or
there it
Nexon
is.
is publishing.
Yeah, and Aiding are the crew behind Marvel 3. So
They've got their
peeled.
bona fides.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled out there. Steve, anything else you want to say about the Fighting Collection or DNF Duel? I'm sure we'll have a lot more to say about both next week.
Well, I know you're leaning towards CFC. Are you going to be streaming that once it goes live?
Yeah, I'm hoping to try to stream it either tomorrow if I can sneak away from work, or Saturday. So yeah, we'll be on this channel. Keep tabs on our Twitter. Also, by the way, just a reminder, you guys can go to www.bestofvshow.com and you can follow all of our socials there. It'll take you right to them. No more us listing everything, including it even takes you to our podcasts. So if you like podcasts, go over there, www.bestofvshow.com, for all of your Best of V Show needs.
And if you don't like podcasts, what are you doing here?
Maybe they like us, Steve. You know, some people will watch for the banter and less about the podcast, you know?
I still struggle to wrap my head around the idea that there are people out there who like me.
Steve, I know this is going to shock you, but I want you to know something. You hate yourself more than everybody else hates you. And I say that because I do that too. Like, I hate me more than anyone can hate me. Yeah.
Like, I was literally talking to my cat.
Speaking of cat.
Kwanzaa,
55 months? That's almost 5 years.
That's coming up on 5 years. It'll be 5 years in November.
Damn. Also, wait, we had like we have a milestone episode coming up, right?
We're coming up on 250. Pretty soon. I believe that is going to be July. Let me double check real quick.
Bigfoot Lil says having a cat is admittedly an easy way to learn to hate yourself. True.
But what I was saying is, I was talking to my cat, and it was just me and the cat, and the second that I said something negative about myself, she nipped at me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a sign or what.
Look, I think it is, Steve. If you said something negative about yourself and I was next to you, I'd nip at you. Maybe. I don't know.
Also, just double checking. If we don't skip any shows between now and then, our July 14th episode will be our 250th.
So it's 3 weeks. So we're 3 episodes away?
Yeah, this is 247.
Wow. That's a lot of episodes. Most of which I was not on. Okay. So that's exciting. We're going to have to do something special for that. Maybe Night Trap playthrough. Anywho, getting back to the matter at hand. Steve. Today is badge pickup day. Tomorrow is tournament day. For what, you ask? CEO.
CEO.
CEO's back. And everybody's over there finding their way from Orlando to Daytona. Did you see the Orlando airport was tweeting out? I thought that was such a funny interaction. The Orlando airport was saying, like, hey, everybody coming for a CEO. Welcome to the Orlando airport, FGC. Well, if you need help finding them.
Yeah, a lot of them are actually coming through Orlando.
Yeah, for sure.
There is a shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
There is an airport in Daytona Beach, but it is much smaller and much less serviced.
And much more expensive.
And much more expensive than Orlando. Mm-hmm. There is a shuttle service.
Yep.
Running from the airport to the venue, and that is like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no quick stroll.
Yeah. But what I thought was really funny was they tweeted out, it's like, "Hey FGC, welcome to the Orlando airport at CEO. If you need anything, we got you." And then Justin replied saying, "Bruh, this is in Daytona." The Orlando airport Twitter claps back saying, "Bro, everybody's coming in through Orlando." I just thought that was such a really funny interaction. Companies and Twitter. Weird. Now, Steve. CEO is getting crazy. CEO's crazy. It always has been crazy, but it's back. And it's getting crazier. And you were nice enough to do your thing. And you put up some schedules. So let's take a look at these schedules, shall we?
Let's take a look at Friday. Friday is mostly pool action going down. It's pools for most of the day. You do have quarterfinals and semis for DBFZ towards the end of the night. You've got semifinals for Grand Blue. And you've got two official finals, two official Type 8s in BB Tag and Def Jam Fight for New York. Def Jam Fight for New York, an official tournament.
Yeah. Were you surprised?
I am always happy to see unique games get an opportunity to shine that normally don't get it. So,
for sure.
So
now
I will definitely be watching.
Here's the funny thing, Steve. Right before Street Fighter 6's announcement, I don't know. I'm a big Maximilian fan, so I'll be watching his stream every once in a while. And he was streaming through Def Jam. I gotta tell you, the campaign mode for Def Jam looks a lot like what they're trying to do with Street Fighter 6. So maybe Def Jam is not going to be a hidden gem for much longer. In the sense that a lot of other people are going to start playing it.
Bring it to light.
Word. Steve, that's Friday. What's next?
Tomorrow is Saturday.
Tomorrow's not Saturday.
From the point of view of Friday. If we're saying that it's Friday, and we got to get down on Friday.
Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Steve.
Everyone's looking forward to this weekend because you've got finals all day on CEO. You've got Grand Blue, you got DBFC, and you've got KOF closing out Saturday. You've got the Smash tourneys going on the Panda Cup channels. Tekken starting and going all the way down to top 8 on Tekken. It's the first Tekken World Tour event of the year. You've got more Strive, more Street Fighter, Melty getting down to top 8, Mortal Kombat getting down to top 8, Strive getting down to top 24. And then you've got a couple of the old man games down there by Tenno. They are, you've got Third Strike and Super Turbo. And you've got a little exhibition of Capcom Fighting Collection at the end of the night.
That's right.
Red Earth and Puzzle Fighter finals at 10 p.m.
It's put up or shut up time for all the puzzle fighters out there, Steve. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see people playing Puzzle Fighter, man. I love that game. It's so good. And Steve, there's one more day.
Yep.
There it is.
Sunday comes afterwards. I don't want this weekend to end. That's more. All right, we're done with Rebecca Black references. So Sunday, you've got all the rest of the finals. You've got two big stages. You've got the arena, and then you've got the Smash stage. Smash, you're obviously got the top 8s for Melee and Ultimate. In the arena, it's going to be Melty Blood, Tekken, Street Fighter V, and Guilty Gear Strive. So that includes the big entrances. And I want everyone who is competing to know this. I want you to have fun. I want you to relax and not worry too much about your entrance. But we will be judging you. That will be our block grab. I'm making an executive decision. We
Yeah,
are
no, I
blocking
agree.
and grabbing CEO entrances next week. So
I
no
agree.
pressure. No pressure. But you
Well,
better bring it. But no pressure.
yeah, no, we're gonna be doing not only a block grab, Steve. I would like to send the winner, like who we decide the best one is, a bestie.
Yes.
We'll send the winner a bestie.
In chat, Squidly Polly is asking about how many games are getting top fours. So the games you saw that were dark blue with the white text, those are all the community run tournaments. So those are having their pools run more or less offline. That's going all 3 days, by the way. And then their finals will be on the the 10 Media Twitch channel. So you've got Xrd, you've got Them's Fighting Herds, you've got Ultra Street Fighter 4, you got Smash 64, couple different Sam shows, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. You've got a wide variety of games in that mix. And you've also got Texas Shot Takers on Friday. They are streaming Alpha 2 and Alpha 3. So,
Yeah. Also important to note, I just realized this. Well, not realized, I just remembered. This is gonna be the first event with a Smash tour, Smash League, that is actually blessed by Nintendo.
certain Smash fans would contest the usage of the word blessed.
Yeah, true. Very true.
There are a lot of things attached with the circuit that some fans do not like. One of the more notable ones from this past week was when they announced the online portion of the Panda Cup qualifiers. It revealed that players had to be at least 18 years of age to compete. So other online competitions have been for players 13 and up with parental accompaniment. Here it's not an option. So, and you do have several top players who are currently under the age of 18. So
Interesting.
it's there's
That's tough.
it's tough. It's rough for, but at least they're not, actively opposing it.
Yeah, baby steps, right?
But-
like
which
tattoo,
is-
like tattoo
Yeah.
saying baby steps.
Is this the best Nintendo can do?
I
It's
wonder.
probably the best Nintendo will do for a while.
I wonder if that has anything to do with like the gambling laws in Japan, right? Like how you have to have the esports license,
Well, this is all North America.
right? But I wonder if like the higher ups at Nintendo made that decision, thinking about the Japan state of competition.
It does mean that there's less to deal with in terms of permissions. You don't have to bring on any sort of guardian with the player if they qualify. There are reasons from the business side of things that you would want it to be 18 plus. From the player side of thing, maybe not so much unless you're someone who really, really, really hates playing against Steve.
Not you, the Minecraft Steve.
Yes.
That'll be interesting for sure. No, I mean, look, that happens, right? Like whenever you got the big entity coming in, of course they're gonna bring in their own rules. And I forget who I was talking to. I was having a conversation about how when you have bigger companies handling things, everything moves at a snail's pace, right? Because the company's so big, it takes forever for anything to get done. So I think just the fact that this is happening is a good step in the correct direction. Hopefully they won't stray from that correct direction. But we'll see.
They probably will.
One can hope, Steve. finally, the last thing I wanted to say before we get off of the CEO topic. Oh, we do have to do our predictions. Steve and I are gonna have a pizza bet here. But before we get to the pizza bet, I do want to bring this up. We talked about Esteban, the Besteban earlier. Hold Back the Block released, and man, like kudos to Esteban, dude. That guy camped outside of either a McDonald's. I don't remember what it was. They were tweeting about it. They camped out of a restaurant with free Wi-Fi. I think it was a Panera Bread to upload this, like in Orlando, to upload this up to YouTube. So big ups to them for really like hustling and giving us some good content. They released yesterday a documentary on CEO and how CEO came to be, where they come from, and where they're going. And I reached out to Esteban to ask him like what's something that can entice people to go watch it. And he told me, hold on, I need to get the exact quote because I do not want to misquote him. Where'd he go? There he is. So the segment focused on entrances is probably my favorite. That is a quote from him. So be on the lookout for that segment where he talks about all the player entrances that we were just talking about. So I can't wait to see it. I haven't gotten a chance to see it just yet, but I'm going to see it. I'm going to watch it maybe during work tomorrow. Don't tell my boss. It's good. I mean, look, I don't think like whenever Esteban's work it comes up to the table, like I think good is like just an assumption that it's going to be good. Right, like I haven't seen anything of his that I didn't like. So big ups to them for being like the FGC historian and documenting everything. So big ups to Lord Esteban de Besteban, who in my very first local beat the crap out of me with his Ryu in Street Fighter 4. That jerk. But yeah, big ups to them. Go to I think it's youtube.com/hold back the block. You can see it there, and go support them on Patreon. Go support them on Patreon so they get to do more. Now, Steve, let's get to brass tacks here.
Let's do it.
We're going to have a pizza bet. This pizza bet's going to be a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous. So here's how this is going to work. First, Steve, I'm going to throw a curveball, and we're not doing a best of 5. We're doing a best of 7.
Okay.
7 games. We're going to predict winners. And the person who's closest to those 7 will earn a pizza. Excuse me. I burped. Now, here are the games we're going to do, Steve, because we can't do every game, right? It's going to take forever. Here are the games we're going to do. I'm going to pull up the schedule here just so I can see. Whoops. There we go. So we're going to do, let's see. We're doing Street Fighter 5. We're doing Tekken 7. We're doing, I don't remember. We're doing Street Fighter 5. Here we go. Street Fighter 5, Tekken 7. We're doing Strive. We're doing Ultimate. And we're going to do Def Jam and Melty.
And KOF.
And KOF, sorry. I skipped one. So, Street Fighter 5, Tekken 7, Strive, Smash Ultimate, Melty, KOF, and Def Jam. Those 7 games, 7 predictions. Winner gets the pie in the sky. It's not really in the sky. It's in an oven. Not now, but it will be.
And then that pie, after it's in the oven, it won't be in the sky. It will be in this guy after I win this in dominating fashion.
Steve, every time we've done a pizza bet, I think I've come out mostly on top. Except for the fact that I owe you so many pizzas. Except for the fact that I've lost most of them. But okay. Here We are. Let's start with the biggest tournament of the weekend. Guilty Gear Strive. Let me get I'm getting the... Where is the player list? Where'd they go?
You can find the players at start.gg/CEO 2022. That's where you'll also find the brackets for this weekend's action.
So I'm seeing the bracket. Where is just the player list? How does Smash G, how does Start GG work?
If you go, you've got a couple ways to do it. If you go to attendees on the left-hand side.
Oh, there it is.
And then and then you can filter by game. Or if you if you drill into a game bracket and then click pools, it will give you a list of each pool, and it'll list off the more prominent or the higher seeded players in each pool.
Okay, Steve. Let's do this way, shall we? I think this is going to be an easier version of what we're trying to do here. There we go. I think this is about as close as we're going to be able to get it. Bagoosh. And let me get this off the screen. There we are. All right. So this is finally, I apologize this took so long. You're probably going to hear doobie-doo. I'm sorry. All right. This is the Strive list. We've got anywhere between Menardi, Punk, Tom Hanks, Omega Tom Hanks, I apologize. Marlon Pie, Chris G, The Buzz. Ooh, The Buzz. He's a Smash guy. Apology Man, Hook Gang God, Lord Knight, everybody. Who are you picking, Steve?
You're giving me first pick?
Yes.
We've gone through a patch since then, but it's hard for me to pick against the Combo Breaker winner, so I am going Tempest.
Tempest. Interesting. I'm just trying to find a funny name here that we can laugh at for a second, because we have this up on the screen. Also, by the way, I didn't know this until somebody pointed it out to me recently, but Faulty Defense, who is an Exerd 2 player, or maybe no, that's not what I meant to say. A Rev 2 player. I don't know if they play Strive. I haven't spoken to them or haven't seen from them in a while. But apparently they do on Twitter. They do a top picks of best names in each pool.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have to talk to him to see if we can get some. Maybe we'll do like a besties list off of their list if they're up for it. Now here's the situation, Steve. You picked Tempest.
Yeah. You've got Razzo in there. You've got Hotashi in there. If you want to stay with the most moist boys.
Now here's the thing. This is interesting, Steve. My heart wants to go with Kizzy K. I'm a big Kizzy fan. But my brain says no.
Brain doesn't say anybody else, just says no.
My brain does say Hotashi, but my heart says no. So I'm in agony here, Steve. I think I'm just gonna have to. Oh, here we go. PR Big Butt Jackson. That's a name, baby. They've only entered Strive, so good luck to them. All right. Enough stalling. You know what? Might as well, right? Go with the Evo winner. Go with the Arc Revo winner. Let's go with Lord Hotashi. Hotashi is gonna be my pick.
All right, got you down. What game do we want to do next?
All right, let's go over here. Next is Ultimate. Ultimate's right there. Now, here we have a couple of attendees. Our Tweak. We have Hungry Box, Plup, Mars, The Buzz, Esam. Who else here? Men RD. Bobby Wasabi. Oh, that's a hell of a name. I'm a fan.
Got some quality names so far.
Wonder Bread. I saw Wonder Bread. The last person in the list is Churyu. Smiley face. Churyu smile. Not Hungry Box. That's the name. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Are there any other funny names here? This is the last page I'm going to check. I'm not going to go through all 25 pages here. Unshipped Nut. Let's see. Spark Submarine. Yeah, okay. You know what? Not Hungry Box, I think, wins alongside... oh, no. Big Butt Jackson was the last one. Okay.
Yeah.
Steve, you get first pick. Go for it. Who's winning?
I am going to go with Mute Ace in a bit of an upset.
Mute Ace. I'm going to cheat a little. Okay, you know what? That's what I was going to go with. They have Tweak winning on the projections. There's a part of me that thinks that that's not going to happen, but you know what, Steve? I don't think I have any better opinions than this one, so I'm going to go with Tweak.
That's fair. Which game would you like to go with next?
Let's do... So let's see, we did Strive, we did Smash.
Ultimate.
Was it Melty in there? No, right? It's KOF, Def Jam.
No, we're doing Melty.
We are doing Melty? Okay, let's Melty it up.
All right.
Here it is. Sonic Fox, the Kill Sage. Let's see. Cow Hunter. Oh, Ludovic. Nice. Shadow 20Z. Junior 20Z.
Junior.
Damn, the brothers are taking hearts both in Tekken and Melty. Lord Scrop Vermilion over here.
I will give you first pick because I've had it twice already.
Okay, I'll take Scrop Vermilion.
That's the smart pick.
Yep.
I am going to go with...
Joey Bag of Donuts.
I'm going with Hyde. You know,
Hyde?
they didn't have a fantastic performance at Combo Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they could bounce back here.
Gotcha.
All right.
Damn, look at that. OT Lime. Just straight up Lime, and they have a Lime profile picture. That's pretty sick. I'm just going to look at this.
Gimmick.
Diddy Sinatra. Let's see. Salty Sailor. Anyway. Okay, so I'm taking Scrot. You're taking Hyde. Next. Let's go over to King of Fighters 15.
All right.
King of Fighters 15. On this list here, we have Scrot Vermilion once again. Gavin, Sith Punk, Huggy Bear, Fahoozle. That's a dope name. That is a really good name. I'm a fan of Fahoozle. It gave me third page. Okay, here we are. This is... Wait. Am I in the right place? Oh, there we go. All right, King of Fighters 15. We got Kizzy K, Romance, Violent Kane, Chris G, Alfonso, Nerd Josh, Omega Tom Hanks is back. Let's see, Justin Wong. Justin Wong finally got his permanent residency card, so he's finally back. Coach Steve, Juicebox. Is that Juicebox? Or is that a different Juicebox? Dang, that's pretty cool. Shinblade. Who this is? It's so cool to see Shinblade back. Let's see. EX Maple Syrup. Smug. Ludovic. Let's see. Huggy Bear is here. Gengar's Prodigy. I'm going to go page 5 here. All right, Steve, you can take first pick this time around. Chocolate.
Yeah, I'm bouncing back and forth between... Do you want to represent the U.S.?
No.
Okay. I will represent the U.S. I will go romance. Even though I don't know if it's the right pick.
I thought Arslan Nash was going to be here. Yeah, Donka's not there. Damn, romance was actually who I was going to pick.
I can give you romance if you want.
I'm trying to think. Man, I'm really drawing a blank with KOF names right now.
Violent Kane and Tamago both got top 4 and at Combo Breaker.
Yeah, I was leaning towards Violent Kane. Hold on. I'm gonna judge Violent Kane off of his profile picture here. Wait, actually, dang, he's got. Is that him? Like, is he cosplaying? All right, I gotta go Violent Kane. He's cosplaying. The what's that character's name? I'm drawing a blank with names today. Who?
Yuri?
Is that Yuri? No, that's Yuri. On the left. He's on the right, right?
Oh.
Anyway, I can't remember names. Chat, help. Nobody's in chat. Nobody helped. Okay, yeah, so there we go. I'll do Violent Kane.
All right.
Then
Are you able to get rid of the win count, by the way?
Oh, I didn't even see that there. Why didn't you tell me about that like forever ago?
I just did.
There we go. That's my win count from Rumbleverse. Yes, I got that many wins. I'm a god. Okay. Next, what do we do? We did Strive. We did Melty. We did King of Fighters. Next is Def Jam. Fight from New York. Dude, Joey Bag of Donuts is back. Detective Prime.
This is the one I did not study. I did not look at anything.
Me neither, but there's only 36 people here. So, you go for it.
No, I will let you pick.
Okay, how about this? You want to take a look at bracket predictions?
No.
Okay.
I've got my top 3 picked, so.
Okay. Look, I am going to take. Give me the Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is going to keep the entire tournament.
You're going Gatekeeper.
Yes. A man who only enters Def Jam and Soul Calibur 6, you know they're good.
I am. Look, there are a few quality names there, and that is my sole criterion for this game. Black Man Packin' is up there, as is Joey Bag of Donuts.
Yeah, there is Black Man Packin', Joey Bag of Donuts.
But I am going with EBT Daddy.
EBT Daddy. Dang, also look at Detective Prime. What is this picture? This is sick. It's like Giga Chad Scooby-Doo. Anywho.
Oh my goodness. You're having way too much fun with this. All right, Street Fighter or Tekken?
EBT Daddy.
EBT Daddy.
Versus the Gatekeeper. All right. Street Fighter 5 comes before Tekken 7 on this list, so let's go Street Fighter 5. We got people like Chris G, Punk, Jaywong, Mena, Kaba, Alex Smith. That's a name I haven't seen in a hot minute. Noisy Child. That's another name I haven't seen in a hot minute. Let's see. Mono's coming back. Is he going to take the crown two CEOs in a row? CJ Truth, Stupendous, Katana Prime. The only man to really beat the crap out of me in Rumbleverse. Shine. Nephew. I'll give you first pick again, Steve.
Look, it might not necessarily be the best pick in terms of seeding or whatnot, but after Combo Breaker, I can't not go with the hero of the Midwest. No longer a kid. He is the man. Just a kid. I do like his path to make it to top 16. Assuming chalk holds, it looks like he would have to play IDOM to get into top 8, which would be a great match to see.
For sure. Huh. Okay. I'll tell you, I have 3 picks. One is with my heart, one is with my brain, one is with my gut. My heart wants to pick Mono because I want to see Mono win again. See Mono win is good, right? I'm a big fan of Mono. Really hope I get to go to First Attack sometime soon. My brain wants to pick Kaba. Right, Kaba's been rocking out. Did he win Combo Breaker or he got second?
Believe he got second.
Let's double check here. What did Kaba do here? Yeah, he did get second. To IDOM. Okay. Yeah, so my brain tells me Kaba and my gut tells me IDOM. So, you know what? I think I'm going to go with my heart on this one. Let's go Mono. I got Mono. Taking it 2 times in a row, baby. Keep that belt.
All right, and then let's close it out with Tekken. Some heavy hitters in this one.
Here it is. Yekin. We got Sonic Fox. Chris G. Punk. Oh, Punk signed up for Tekken? Wait. Nope.
No, you haven't unchecked.
I haven't unclicked yet. I apologize.
But
Sonic Fox.
You got Cuddlecore, Anakin,
Super
Book,
Akuma.
Gen, Super Akuma, Go Sain's in there. There's some heavy hitters here.
Yeah.
And
Shadow
I will let
20Z.
you have first choice.
Shadow 20Z, Junior 20Z. Fahuzo's showing up again. All right, Steve. You know what? I think there's only one clear pick for me today. I'm going to go with Anakin.
That's fair.
I almost picked Super Akuma, but with how he did a combo breaker, he's super fun to hang out with. No disrespect, nothing personal. I wouldn't put the chips down on Super Akuma. At least not all of them.
Well, keep in mind, like that was a very, very long day for the Tekken players because they basically started on Saturday, and they had the exhibition at the end of the night too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I'm gonna go with Gen. Gen is fantastic. Really, you can't go wrong with any of the players that we mentioned, but I think Gen's going to pull it out.
Godzilla for breakfast? That's a good name.
That is a quality name. But we got our teams.
Hey there, music. Okay. Who are our teams, Steve? I already forgot.
So, your team is Hotashi in Strive, Tweak in Ultimate, Scrot Vermilion in Melty, Violent Kane in KOF, Mono in Street Fighter V, Anakin in Tekken, and Gatekeeper in Def Jam. I'm going with Tempest in Strive, Mute Ace in Ultimate, Hyde in Melty, Romance in KOF, Just a Kid in Street Fighter, Gen in Tekken, and EBT Daddy in Def Jam.
EBT Daddy.
EBT Daddy. Some quality names in that bracket.
Dude, Fahuzel. That one's sticking with me. Fahuzel was good.
You know what's sticking with me?
What's that?
The Vortex Gallery lineup.
Yeah, Steve. So I heard Vortex Gallery announced, and I saw a couple of tweets that seemed like they broke your mind. I saw what you posted in our private chat about how many games they had there, and I could tell that you're excited about this one.
So Evo and Vortex Gallery, that weekend is going to be the last weekend for the foreseeable future where I make schedules. And they decided that they're just going to destroy every template I have and burn it to ground and pour 40 out on the ashes.
They're giving you a proper Viking send-off.
They did have, I want to say, 19 games announced when they did the initial reveal, and that's a pretty good setup. But then they added a couple, and then they added a couple more, and now they're at 53.
Yep.
53.
That's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games, and it's games that, a lot of the ones you'd expect to see, but then some ones that are straight out of left field.
As Vortex tends to do.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a little different this year because they are, of course, now partnered directly with Evo, so they are running effectively all of the side tournaments there. But here, this is just half of them. And, you've got your typical games, your DNF Duel, which you'd expect to see, your KI, your CVS2, your Blaze Blues. But then it gets a little interesting. You've got games like Akatsuki. You've got both versions of Catherine. You've got Fight of Animals in there. Jackie Chan.
About time.
You got Kill la Kill. That is actually restitched. Is a fan patch of Kill la Kill IF.
Interesting.
Is there anything on that initial list that jumps out at you?
Yeah. Nitro Plus Blasters. That game's fun. I'm really curious about why both versions of Catherine. Right.
I think why not?
True.
Don't ask why.
Fight of Animals is really fun. I played it a little bit, so I'm glad. I'm happy to see it there. But Steve, this isn't all of them. There's a whole nother page.
And it gets a little more brain melty on that second page.
Oh, what melty version?
Oh
boy, Phantom Breaker Omnia, Bing Bang Zomdoodle, or whatever they said.
Click clack, bada bing, bada boom. And you can read through the rest because reading is a fundamental skill.
Okay. Phantom Breaker Omnia, Power Rangers, Project Justice. Ooh, Project Justice is good. Rushdown Revolt, Samurai Showdown, Soul Calibur 6, Street Fighter Alpha 2 and 3, Third Strike, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Super Dragon Ball Z. I almost said Dragon Ball Fighters, but that's Super Dragon Ball Z. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Tekken 5, Them's Fighting Herds. Congratulations to them on their console release. Tournament Fighters and Cross Justice League Turbo. I still have to sign up for that one. I hope it's not capped out. Toho 12.3, Marvel 3, Ultimate Marvel 3, Steve's favorite game, Ultra Fight Kianta 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2. Now that is a choice. That is a choice.
That is Violent Ken and Evil Ryu.
Wow.
Yes, please. Put that in directly into my veins.
Man. Ultra Street Fighter 4, Under Night in Birth, Uniclear, Vampire Savior, Virtual Fighter 5, and the classic Windjammers 2. Man, Squidly saying that despite being involved in the Mugen scene, he never checked out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cross Justice League. Look, after playing it at Combo Breaker and seeing the community, it's a good game. And everybody involved in the community is A-okay. I think I got 17th. I won like one match. Everybody else, like everything else, was DQs. But yeah, no, that game is extremely fun, and it's very interesting.
Yeah, I'll throw the link in there if you wanted to download. It is a free download.
Yeah, it's free. Like, you have nothing to lose.
But can we talk about a couple of these? Like,
what's your favorite, Steve?
like on this second page, I'm torn between Ultra Street Fighter 2 and Tekken 5
Yeah, that is
Dark
another choice.
Resurrection.
That is
That
another choice.
that's a PSP game.
Yep.
That didn't come out on consoles. It's either arcade to play. You either play it on arcade or you play it on PSP. That's how you're warming up for this tournament, is playing it on PSP. Like, I have been making schedules for years. Years. I have downloaded hundreds of game logos. I have not ever needed to download Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection before today.
Well, Steve, they wanted to give you a good send-off. Yeah, very interesting choices. Especially, I'm super surprised with Ultra Street Fighter 2. That is crazy. Another one, one I'm really looking forward to, like unironically, one I really do want to watch is Project Justice.
Oh yeah.
I've been slowly watching more and more Project Justice. And I gotta tell you, that game looks pretty dang fun. So I can't wait to see super high level play. Same thing with Justice League, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cross Justice League. I can't wait to see. Man, look, I went to play in Combo Breaker. My first match was against one of the community leaders on stream, so I got my butt kicked after they realized that I didn't know how to get in unless I was jumping. Managed to somehow win. Like, I scrubbed somebody out who clearly knew what they were doing. They were playing they had a good Bizarro. They were trying to zone me out. But the power of jumping blindly saved me. And then I played somebody who was playing War, who was doing cross-up combos that I didn't know how to deal with. And I think they got like third or second. They did really well. So just seeing the high level at Combo Breaker, I can't wait to see what goes on at EVO. And I hope it gets bigger and better. They also announced a new character. And another one coming down the pipeline. I forget who the new character was. I wish I remembered. I'm so bad with names today, Steve. But yeah, they announced somebody from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe, and there's somebody coming down the line who is a Justice League member. So that game's only getting bigger and better, man. So I can't wait to see both of those. Let me take a look at that first page one more time, because I haven't. There we go. I'm trying to see, is there... Oh yeah, Jackie Chan Fists of Fire. Hell yeah. Dude, Jackie Chan Fists of Fire is so good. Is that the one that looks like Mortal Kombat, but with Jackie Chan characters?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure.
Man, that game's so good. It's so fun to watch. Also, Mortal Kombat X. Mortal Kombat X was fun to watch as well. I can't wait to see some of that. Fight of Animals. Dude, high-level Fight of Animals is going to be some crazy stuff.
It's always a trip for me to see people actually putting time into a game that, at first blush, you don't necessarily think anyone would. Mm-hmm. But that's going to be fun to watch. Yeah. Most of this will have stream time somewhere, whether it's officially an Evo channel or a community streamer. They'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be... Oh, dear God. I don't know how I'm going to do this.
I think what they're trying to do, Steve, is they're trying to really show you that you want to retire. By giving you the hardest task in your life as the going away present. It's like, yes, remember this feeling. Do not come back. Enjoy your life. Be free.
You think you want to come back for 2023? We'll run 60. We'll do it. No. In all seriousness, though, I'm really happy to see. I'm really happy to see a big lineup like this. I want to see as many people as possible get a chance to play games that they enjoy, whether they're games I play or not. I just want to see people having fun.
Yeah.
And I was talking with the Vortex Gallery team a little bit more in depth about these games, and you'll be able to hear that on their podcast, which
Ooh.
will be coming out, I believe, right after CEO
Mm.
is when that will go live.
Nice. Yeah. Big ups to Lord Daryl, DJ Cream over there and this team. They're making big moves. Can't wait to see what comes of it.
Yeah, him, Hagare, Shibreeze. I always mispronounce that,
Seabreeze or
even though
Seabreeze?
it's it's the Japanese pronunciation of Seabreeze.
Mm.
Shibreeze.
Oh, yeah. I'm never gonna get that. Speaking of not getting something, Steve,
What a transition.
let's talk about NFTs.
Let's-
So, I
Bravo.
I don't know much about what happened here with this, but I will tell you what I saw.
I don't think many people know what happened here.
I saw. Here we go. I saw a tweet that said, "Hey, official SNK SNK licensed NFTs are going up." I don't remember what the tweet said because the comments underneath was what I was focusing on, and man, everybody was like, everybody was clowning on him, right? And I think the funniest thing that I noticed here, Steve, is that I looked at the retweets and a bunch of the official SNK channels retweeted it. Then they had the big backlash on the Twitter comments, and then the tweet went away. It's gone, Steve. Where'd it go? Probably got rug pulled.
It's back.
It's back? Oh, no.
It's back. So, this was the video that we're about to show was tweeted out on Monday from an account called Crypto KOF. And the tweet itself said, officially authorized by SNK, Crypto KOF NFT, the return of the king, to fight again in the metaverse arena. Fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. That's important. It was retweeted by the official SNK accounts, and then it was unretweeted by those accounts. And the reception was not great, to the point that the account went private.
Mm-hmm.
And the tweet was hidden unless you followed the account. But now it has the account has gone public again as of this morning. So and they've just retweeted tweeted out a couple of general NFT-esque tweets beyond the trailer that we're about to see here.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I really. This is gross.
I've
This
never
looks like-
watched this. Go ahead.
No, I feel like this looks like the trailer from the same people who made the one of Terry smacking their asses, the girls' asses.
Important notice. I've never watched this with audio. It's all every time I've seen it, it's been on like the triple X shops there.
How about those X's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10? 10 X's on that building?
The KOF crypto signal in the sky. It's time to invest.
You know what's even worse, Steve? Is they probably paid a lot of money for this trailer. With some of those assets that were in there, I think they paid a lot of money for that trailer. So
So it's back. We thought it was gone, and being retooled, but it is back. It does exist. Now, let's be fair. Before this becomes an SNK pile-on,
yeah, they're not the only ones.
they are not the only ones. Because earlier last year, Capcom partnered with the company and they released a bunch of NFTs around the Street Fighter brand. And they are on their third wave of releases, if I remember correctly. So they are not the first, is SNK. But what do you think? What do you think?
So I find this very interesting in the sense that I don't know if I said this here or if I said it somewhere else. I don't know if I said this today or if I said it some other day. I find it very interesting that we lived through we lived through the creation of the internet, Steve. I remember a time when I did not have the internet, and I remember a time when I did. Much like right now. We're using the internet to do this fun thing that we do every week. I remember a time where everybody talked about having access to everything, right? The internet has everything you need ever. You need an answer to a question? All you have to do is ask. Excuse me. Sorry. And now we've gotten to the point where information is becoming private, where people own bits of information, where people own bits of digital somethings. And look, long term, I think something good can come out of this, I'm sure, right? Like the idea of like NFTs where you can own a piece of a game and implement it in ways that you would like, I think is an interesting thought. However, that's not how things work now. Maybe that'll change later. So I think that idea right now feels very asinine. But I think the willingness to dive into NFTs by companies like Capcom, like KOF. I remember even Square Enix tried it. There was even like that one like indie horror game that like sold lore bits as NFTs, which is like completely asinine. This all just feels like a way of some higher up saying, "Hey, NFTs make money. Let's do that." Right? It just feels like it's like a legit cash grab because there's no value to somebody owning an NFT right now of a KOF character or of a Street Fighter character or of whatever else video games are trying to do, right? Like I think I remember like not too long ago the Bored Apes or whatever they're called, like they tried to show off that they were working on a fighting game with the NFTs, and the backlash from that was pretty rough, right? So it just feels like it's one of those things where you have a couple of people who are making the decisions not reading the room and not understanding the decisions they're making, and ultimately that leads to like the signs of bad leadership, right? It just seems it's like, hey, we can make a quick buck off of this. Let's do it. Here's some money. Now make me money. Or give me that money so you can take this thing and do whatever it is you want. So, all in all, I'm interested to see where this goes in the future. I'm interested to see if like this can be something that is usable. But for right now, with all of the, not even with like all of like the necessarily the negativity stuff, but with just the climate around NFTs right now, right? Like how many like, how many crypto bros out there do you know of that bought an NFT and were like, this is going to be great. And then whoever made it, like, took the money and ran, right? Like, the climate around NFTs is just so bad. The climate around crypto is so bad. Not even talking about the crypto winner, right? Like, I invest in crypto here and there. But it's just such a weird thing right now because it's so new that any company trying to do anything with it is a bad idea at this point. Especially when you have something like a beloved IP like KOF or like Street Fighter. Or like any other game. Like you see any other game and they're like, hey, we're going to try NFTs, and everybody hates it, right? And it's just because it's something that's very new and something that doesn't work like they want it to work right now. Maybe that technology will exist in the future. Right now, it don't. And the way they talk about it like it already exists just means that they don't understand anything about what they're talking about as far as implementing it in video games. So, all in all, Steve, it feels like a cash grab, and I would like it to stop. That's my take in about 1 trillion words. I apologize.
It ain't going to stop.
Yeah.
It ain't going to stop. If there's the possibility of companies making money off of this, there's just going to be a huge FOMO.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, like, I in general am not necessarily anti-NFT or anti-crypto because I feel like there are cases where they will be solutions to a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the way they are being used right now is not the answer.
Yeah, and it's creating more problems.
It could be the answer to something else. It could be a step along the way to the answer to something, and a step we need to take in order to get there. But this, I don't feel, is the end game. What I'm really interested about is seeing if there's any sort of perks in terms of ownership for these NFTs beyond the art, beyond like character art or anything like that. If it gives you access to, like, maybe if you have ownership of an NFT, you could get a sneak peek at development of what they've got coming down the pipe. You know, if there's any sort of added value, that might change things a little bit. But if it's just your typical, hey, here's some art and, you know, here's some characters, buy them, sell them, go crazy, I don't think it. I just don't think that's really going to do anything for SNK, especially considering the recent change in ownership that they've gone through.
Mm-hmm.
Where, you know, there are people who feel very differently about the company now than they did, you know, a year ago, fairly or unfairly.
Yeah. I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, this feels very bad. And I think it's one of those things where, like you said, like, this could be a solution to a problem later down the line. But as of right now, it really doesn't feel like it's a solution to anything, and it feels like it's just going to cause more problems. So, Godspeed to them. May the crypto bros not rug pull. But yeah.
Amen.
Dogecoin. But I think you know what's funny? I remember anytime I see somebody trying to do something with an NFT, I specifically remember that one voice actor, Troy Baker. He started pimping out this service where they would make NFTs of their voice actors would make NFTs of their voice that companies could then just buy the voice line as an NFT to use in their games. And that's bad. And that was really bad.
I feel like there is a very there's a whole lot of questions in terms of rights along with that? Like, is it permanent? Like, if you sell it, if you later sell it to another game company, does that mean you have to take your voice clip out of existing games? Um, there's a whole lot of intellectual property questions
Yeah.
around NFTs in general that I don't think some people really want solved,
Yeah.
because I feel like they'll be solved in a way that doesn't really work for them.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, the problem that NFTs do solve, right? And it's hard for me to even like say something nice about NFTs right now. But the problem that NFTs do solve is this. Well, the problem that NFTs tried to solve is this. Somebody makes a piece of art, they sell that piece of art. Right. That person who originally bought the piece of art decides, hey, I don't want this anymore, I can sell it. The original artist then gets a cut of the resale, right? And so on and so forth until the end of time. So they essentially get royalties from the stuff that they make. That is what I believe to be like the great grand scheme of things, right? It's like the owner of the piece of art can benefit from the value of the art that they create, even beyond the initial sale. Ultimately, I think that's a good thing. However, whatever the theory is not what's happening in practice. Because what's happening in practice is just the exact opposite of that. so yeah, we'll see. I think down the line when things get more figured out, sure. Right now, nay. Big nay. Speaking of nay, Steve.
I think we need to say nay to doing more show.
Yeah. The end of the show is nay. I like that joke a lot. Suck it.
Wow.
That was a good joke. Steve, we've been
That's
on for...
debatable.
Look, that was a good joke. Steve, we've been on for way too long. Let's get out of here. We're 10 minutes over. And because we talked about NFTs. Gross. So, recap. That's what we did at the beginning of the show. Now let's recap something that I said at the top. I'll try to be here streaming the Fighting Collection over the weekend. Keep tabs on our Twitter. You can go over to bestofvshow.com. It'll give you a link to all of our socials and podcast locations. Please go over there, click some stuff. Like, even if you don't follow us, just go to the website, click some stuff just so we get the analytics on Linktree. Same thing with our YouTube. I'm trying to see if we can get to 1,000 subscribers. One of the big ways that YouTube pushes videos out into the algorithm is by people clicking on it, right? Like, they have a click-through rate. Like, that's the big metric that they use to push videos out of the algorithm. So if you see our videos, if you're subscribed to our channel and you see our videos, just click on it. You don't even have to watch the whole thing. Just click on it and then like go off and do whatever you need to do. But yeah, help us out. We're trying to get there, 1,000 subs, so we can get monetization and we can get partner support and all that other fun stuff, so we can do bigger and better things. For now, thank you for joining. This has been another episode of Best of 5. I almost said Best of V. Best of 5. Send us, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want to just say hi, send us an email, bov@bestofvshow.com. I know we got a message from Animate Sam, and we're working on something that they asked for. So, please hit us up. I think that's it for me. I've been Elon. This has been the Main Squeeze, Steve, Ace King, Offsuit, Jurek. Steve, is it time?
It's time. Good night, Canada.